Boots on the ground in Syria, but whose boots? The first Syrian rebel group giving U.S. weapons to fight the Assad regime just giving up. The group disbanding after losing its headquarters to an Al-Qaeda affiliate, to former Navy SEAL sniper Scott Taylor. On where that leaves us now, by the way, he's author of a fantastic book, Trusted Betrayal, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and the Selling Out of America's National Security. It is amazing. But let me ask you, on what you see going on here, do you think it's a matter of failed intelligence or just no intelligence? What happened?
Well, Neil, it's great to be with you. I think we have great folks on the ground trying to gather intelligence, but right from the beginning, arming these rebels was going to be a huge question mark as far as who's going to vet them, where the weapon's going to go, what hands are going to be in. But as I see in the book, and I know that you've read it, and you see in the book that people respect power over there. So when you have these rebels who are not sizing up to the Al-Qaeda folks there, ISIS folks there, or Assad's regime, they're going to join somebody. They're going to go where the power is. People respect power and strength over in that part of the world, and I think this was a flawed idea.
They fear that power in the opposition. It's coming to them, which I think might have been happening here with this rebel group, Harakat al-Hazm. Do you know anything about it? Because the White House earlier had said they were our best shot at getting things under control.
Well, I think we were, again, flawed from the beginning. You had a tepid president who was not interested in getting involved for a really long time as things were growing. And then, of course, you had him overreacting, sending ships over there, and then he gets walked around in a circle by Putin, and putting our national prestige on the line. I think that it was flawed from the beginning, and I think that that's pretty much the way this foreign policies in this last 6 years have been, the way that they wish the world to be as opposed to the reality on the ground.
You know, they have that line, and you allude to it in your book, Scott, about loose lips and how they can sink ships, but they can also sink Navy SEALs. I think you alluded to the fact that after Osama bin Laden was killed, it was a very chatty Joe Biden who revealed that it was Navy snipers behind the attack, which then opened up Navy snipers and their families to being targeted by ISIS, something that persists to this day. So who's the problem? The vice president and administration that then wanted to brag about the bin Laden killing? What happened?
Well, and on the leaks thing, I think there's no question about it. I mean, you had a series of leaks at the very highest levels. As you know, top secret information is compartmentalized. So you had a series of leaks that went to the New York Times, and then you had articles that painted the president looking strong in a re-election year. So I don't think it was just Joe Biden. I think it was pretty much orchestrated.
But let me ask you about that. You got me thinking, reading that leaks that make the administration look good, they are freely sort of, given out. Those that make the administration look bad, let's say Benghazi comes to mind, not so. Do you ever feel, and I know you're a genuine hero, you don't look at yourself that way, that you guys can be used? That in other words, you're trying to do your job and politicians are playing games with you?
No, I think so. I mean, look, there's no question about it that can happen for sure. And as I illustrate in the book, you see, I believe, policies, national security and foreign policies that are really geared towards personal political agendas as opposed to American interests. And as you said, on the bin Laden raid, you know who, what, when, where they were, everything that you could want to know about it, but as opposed to Benghazi, where you don't even know what the president was doing that night, or Hillary Clinton. So I think it's very clear that they would try to use our folks in a way that could help themselves politically, unfortunately.
But if she were president, would she be better than Barack Obama when it comes to these type of issues?
I think Mrs. Clinton failed her own test, the 3 a.m. call, where she failed it before, during, and after in Benghazi. I think the cover-up's the worst thing. Any red-blooded American would have wanted to get into the fight and save American lives there. It's very clear that you're seeing information that's coming out just now via subpoena that shows they knew immediately what was going on, but yet we still had the dialogue about the stupid video or something like that. And I think it's a big failure, and that's betrayed trust for the American people. Trust
Betrayed is the book. This is the fellow's author. He's a genuine hero. Doesn't look at himself that way. But if this doesn't become a movie, Scott, I don't know what does. Thank you very, very much. Good having you.
Thank you, Neil.